What's up, everybody? It's your boy Justin with Herbal.Lyf.Styl, and today I just want to apologize for being gone for the past 6 months. And the way I'm going to do that is by starting off with a nice, beautiful spring garden tour. We're going to go over a few things I've been growing here. I'm sorry I have been gone, but I'm back at it, and I just want to let you know all those mulberries that I did the air layer cuttings on, they all rooted and they're all sold. And when one of those are nice and large, I will go and do a video tour at that person's house and show you it. I apologize, I did not do any updated videos. The truth of it was, the root system wasn't that impressive. And during those videos, I was getting really frustrated due to my own life situations. I'm trying to come back at this, and I want you guys to be happy. I want to be happy. So let's make these videos, and let's have a great time growing. Here is the Saba Jaboticaba. This is a purple variety. This is the most common variety you can ever find. I got it a long time ago, maybe about 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago I got this tree, and it's just been growing ever since. I haven't pruned it one time, just letting it grow wild because I know how difficult these plants are to grow. So we just want to make sure we get it nice and large. So let's talk about an abundance of fruit for such a low price. I went to the Arizona Rare Fruit Grower sale about 3 years ago, and I went ahead and picked me up a little blackberry plant for like $7.50. I believe it was from Doug Jones. And let me go ahead and show you after 3 years how many blackberries you can be getting. It's just ridiculous. So right here is just the bottom of the trail. You can see loads. I mean, we're just covered in blackberries. And yes, you get blackberries in Arizona. You know, we're in Glendale, Arizona, zone 9B. We get plenty of beautiful plants that will produce awesome fruit for you. And these are just a perfect example of some awesome blackberries growing in my yard. This was a little twig with some leaves on it, and now you can just clearly see loaded with blackberries, and then it trailed even. Wow, you believe that? And that's the cool part about this type of plant. It spreads your fruit around for you. So now I have loads of blackberries everywhere. And in the mix, you have these random tomato plants just thriving with the blackberries in between. That's awesome. And then look at this. That's just nuts. What are you doing? Can you get off my window? Thank you. So over here, you can see we've been harvesting our artichoke quite frequently. There was a big one right where I'm standing, but it went ahead and fell over. I don't know if the dogs started playing or whatever, but it was terrible. But, I mean, we've been getting artichokes about yay, you know, about like a baseball. Nothing too impressive. Now I want to show you guys something. This is a learning moment, and I want you guys to pick up on this with me, and I need you to understand what you're doing when you are planting trees. So this is a beautiful Harvest Moon mango. When I got it, it was lush and full of leaves, and the soil was dry. I knew I needed to water it before planting, and I did it. And so when I planted, all the leaves fell off. I'm not worried, never do. Mangoes are strong plants, and you can see it's ready to push new growth and get used to our Arizona climate. It is set on drip irrigation, no flood in my yard, and it will do just fine. So we went ahead and planted it. This is a 7-gallon mango tree. You wouldn't believe it's 7 gallon with this type of trunk. Beautiful tree from Tropical Concept Fruit Nursery. Go ahead and check them out. So this tree, anybody should be having. I mean, if you're in Arizona, for sure you should have it. If you're anywhere in the United States, you should have it. If you're anywhere in the world, you should have one of these trees. This is a mulberry tree. Now this one is a special variety. This one is a weeping mulberry that makes these little ever-bearing mulberries. They're like sugar. They're like sugar. So you could kind of like go under the canopy and eventually probably sit down in here and have this just hang over you while you read your books. It's gonna be a really great experience. and also a great hiding place for children when they want to play hide and go seek. Oh God, let's see. Let's go. So, if you don't have a mulberry tree, please get one. There's so many different varieties. And man, are they delicious. Jeez. Oh, that's my beautiful tropical guava tree. Right here, just so beautiful. As we walk across the bridge, we pass by some bamboo. Pass by the Barbados cherry, just wonderful. Over here, we have a 4-in-1 apple tree. This year, it looks like we only got 2 apples to produce, which is weird. We had a pretty nice chill season, but we have the Anna apple coming in with some decent sized apples. Pretty excited to see them and taste them this year. Had them last year and they were pretty good. Felt like they could have been more ripe when I ate them, but I picked them a little early. So then we have the Shimmer Apple as well. 2 great apples to grow in Arizona due to their low chill hours. And right next to it, we have these beautiful, beautiful Feijoa flowers just coming in. And as they come in, I will pick their blossoms. So, in my opinion, Feijoa flowers taste like bubblegum with a hint of like cinnamon. But like that big red. Tastes like big red, but without the spice. So if you've ever had big red bubblegum, that's what it tastes like, but without the spiciness. Now, we're right by the Mardle papaya tree. This is an herbaceous plant. Oh my God. This tree is an herbaceous plant and it is just growing. It survived our Arizona winter and this is its 2nd year. When it went through its winter 2 years ago, it really got cut back. I mean, like, it was that stump. So now it's grown up, and then it went through one more winter, which it got these kind of weird growth out of them. But since then, the new growth is a lot healthier. It's getting healthier as it keeps warming up. So we're just gonna let it keep growing. But we have all these wonderful papaya growing on it. And I just want one of them to ripen already. I am going crazy. I just want to try Arizona grown papaya. Speaking of mango trees from Tropical Concept, now I did show you one that lost all of its leaves, but this is also a 7-gallon mango tree from Tropical Concept. And it's loaded with leaves. However, this one I planted and watered and took care of it before planting. The other one I did not. This is also full of mangoes. However, it's its 1st year in the ground, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut these flowers off. I recommend you do that with any stone fruit that you get. The 1st year you plant it, please think about removing those flowers. Oh, wow. Oh, check out this hollyhock. It's loaded with a spider web, as well as lots and lots of clusters. And over here, we have the longin producing some flowers. Lots of flowers. Super happy about that. And then we have the star fruit finally bouncing back. You know why it's finally bounced back, everybody? This lemon tree isn't toppling over it, but it still has some lemons on it. So I need to pick those eventually, because it already has new lemons producing. So gorgeous. So gorgeous. Now here's another plant I'm really excited for. So last year, this was not here. I went ahead and pulled it out of my middle garden, and we went ahead and set it here, and we redirected this blueberry grapevine that you see trellising on top of it. Now let me go ahead and show you something I'm really excited for, because this is the first year I get to try blueberry grapes. Right here we have a lot of grape flower clusters, and it already looks like they may have opened and turned into grapes, or they are about to blossom, but I'm pretty sure they already blossomed, and those are grapes that are gonna now start growing. So I'm super excited to have some more clusters, and they're just kind of everywhere. Yeah, those are grapes then, because this is it flowering. Look at that, that's so gorgeous. Holy cow. Oh, I'm super excited, and it's growing already to the top of this. I was pruning this peach tree and I pruned it in a way that I had a perfect path, but now as it started growing in, my path has been blockaded and full of peaches, so I don't want to disturb it. So I still just squeeze my way by. You can see these little peaches that are kind of like already like red and ripe. It's kind of silly, but they're not ready yet, but they got a nice color. Now what is ready though? Over here is a big Jim loquat. I got this from Lowe's like a few years ago, and look at this. It has beautiful loquats. I mean, they look so good. They just look good enough to eat, you know what I mean? Like, oh. This is my daughter, and she just told me she's done what?
Planting the seeds.
What seeds did you plant?
Sponge.
Sponge? Loofah? You just planted a bunch of loofah seeds?
I put them over
Show me
there.
where you put them. Let's go. Where? Pointing like over there?
Somewhere over there.
Nice. Nice, okay. Nice, a hummingbird. Okay. All right, so now we are around the passion vine. If you don't remember, this passion vine was trailing along the whole fence. I cut it back significantly. Don't be mad at me, but I had to because I need it to grow and make beautiful, delicious fruit and make a lot of beautiful, delicious fruit. So this is a pruning method to promote that. Let me go ahead and show you. So this used to be trailing from that pole all the way around, and then it circled like all the way over to like over there. And I had like probably like 100 fruit off of it. Well, I'm trying to double that. I'm trying to get like 200 fruit, 300 fruit, 400 fruit. So I pruned it all the way back, and you can see it's pushing a lot of new growth. And as the heat starts coming in, it starts producing flowers. And once it produces flowers, it's gonna give me beautiful fruit. And then it's gonna continue to grow and produce more flowers and produce more fruit. And that is the goal with this passion vine right now. It's a beautiful technique. If you haven't been trimming your passion vines, I really recommend trimming them. Over here we have a Manila Mango that just had to get cut back recently. Probably not getting enough sun, being on the on the eastern side of the house. Should definitely be over there on the west side where it gets that western that full day sun. They just like to do better over there. So over here is a lot of beautiful soursop growing. I mean, most of this is about soursop. It's about 20 plants deep of soursop. And then we have this beautiful seashore mangosteen and a lychee from seed and some more seashore mangosteen growing. I don't know if this one's gonna make it. It got that little push. Hopefully it does. Come back to me, yellow Jamaican cherry. Come back to me. We have a fuyu persimmon growing from seed. Let's see how well it does. And then we have my beautiful African pride Adamoya growing from seed now, 3 years. Look at that. Rollinia, I have 5 different Rollinia plants that still survive, doing very well. Super happy about them, no complaints. And then we have like a Cherimoya tree that is grafted, has a little flower that has not fallen off, and I'm like, will you actually become a fruit with this little amount of leaf? I was told you need like 40 leaves for a fruit to produce healthy, so I might have to cut that off. This soursop has been growing a long time now. It's been growing 3 years inside a container. Just recently I potted it to a 25-gallon pot, and it took a little bit of this cold damage as soon as I brought it outside. It was not used to it. It was used to its happy garage. And then we have like the mangoes now starting to push out new growth. This is a peach cobbler, I believe. Yes, this is a peach cobbler mango, but finally has new growth coming in. Super happy to see that because it was struggling. We got it in a 10-gallon pot, removed its old soil, put in new soil. I think I went ahead and broke this branch. Hopefully it'll heal up. I ran into it just now and a bunch of flowers fell, but this is a pigeon pea. If you don't know what pigeon pea is, it's a perennial, it's a nitrogen fixer, it's a great chop and drop. Its leaves provide a lot of minerals to your soil, and then as well as you can definitely eat these pods here, at least what's inside of them. That is a great benefit about them. I really recommend growing pigeon pea, especially if you're in Arizona. Holy cow, look at that Mexicola avocado. It used to be somewhere up here, but I didn't have irrigation and it died back. Anyway, I bought this originally from like Lowe's or Home Depot, and it was about that leaf right there, and now it is doing a lot better. Its trunk is so massive and it's just gonna shoot up again. There's no doubt about it how fast this tree will grow, and we're just ready for that. We have a lot of different fig varieties that we're growing that I don't know if I'll ever pot in the ground or just try to graft on my Cadota out in the front yard. I really don't feel like I need any more fig trees in the ground. Who am I kidding? That tree is probably gonna end up in the ground. This one right here is the Violet de Bordeaux, and this is the LSU Blue, and we have a Nixon Pride somewhere along the lines, and there it is. This is Nixon Pride. I'm just yanking on it and tugging on it like I don't care. But over here we have a Mamey Sapote, been growing from seed now for 1 year. It's doing really well. I recommend growing Mamey. It's a beautiful fruit. It's really tasty. We have these Snow Queen nectarines. Just, I really want to eat my own nectarine. That's something that's really killing me. Like, I've never had a homegrown nectarine ever in my life. I've had homegrown peaches, homegrown apricots, homegrown apples. Never had a nectarine. And I love nectarines. They're so juicy, sweet, tart, or whatever you want to call it. But that's a white nectarine, so that's gonna be really sweet. And right here is the Gold Kiss apricot, loaded. I mean, it's loaded for its first year of fruit. I was pretty surprised. It has probably about like 20-30 fruit for its first year. That's not bad for it to produce. We pruned this pomegranate to be more like a tree, and it sure is holding off to that. It looks really cool. I'm really hoping to have some nice fruit off of it this year, and we're getting around the corner, and there's just more food to be indulged on, you know? And that's the whole point of this permaculture process. You know, we're trying to really grow our own food and be self-sustaining, being able to take this stuff and turn it into something wonderful so our bellies can be happy and full of the right type of energy. over here. You know, that's the cool part about snap peas is they literally produce daily. So anytime you just want to come out and have a garden snack even, I mean, you just come around, pick a handful of these and just go to town. So right next to me is a Peachy peach. And that Peachy peach is supposed to make these like really wonderful, sweet, juicy peaches. And they are pretty big for their first year already. I'm pretty impressed. I'm like really hoping to have something just delicious. Over here I have two Asian pears, Yali and Suli. I'm not actually sure which one's which, but they haven't produced fruit for me. They've been in the ground 1 year now, which is totally okay and acceptable. They are $20 trees. I mean, I bought them literally together for 20 bucks. It was just a steal. I had to do it. And over here we have the Pinkerton Mango, lots of flowers. Again, this is from Tropical Concept Fruit Nursery. If you haven't checked them out, go ahead and check them out. Find them on Facebook. You know, go see their place. It's really cool. They have a lot of animals over there. It's really enjoyable to be around, and it's just loaded with mangoes. And when I bought it, it didn't have those mangoes. It barely even had flowers on it, but like, you know, those are getting chopped off. It's totally what it does around this time of year, and it's just been in the ground. Another 7-gallon pot, but you can see these trunks are a lot smaller than the Harvest Moon that I have, and that Harvest Moon was just a hefty, hardy, strong mango tree, and it's already bouncing back, so I'm not even concerned. Look at this hollyhock. Wow. Gorgeous. Right next to this ice cream banana tree. Gotta love it. Last but not least, we have our center garden. This garden has been a serious project due to the issue of Bermuda. Bermuda grass is really terrible. However, we have been fixing the problem. Over here, you can see we have some corn. We have some okra. We have some zucchinis. There's some beans in between. Some bush beans, like green beans, and we have tepary beans kind of along this line. There's some grape cucumbers growing along the lines as well. And we're doing a different method. So we used a bunch of compost. By we, I mean me. There's mushroom compost laid in the ground. And then from there, we went ahead and used compost and mulch. And then used a plastic mulch to cover the rest. Put the irrigation on top. And then water into direct holes where we planted seeds. And I've been really successful with it right now. I wish I've been able to have more time to plant more seeds, and hopefully I will now, and I will make that time, and I'll just do it and get it done, because this is really what I think is cool. I think it's gonna improve my gardening process and make it a lot more self-sustained, and then in the future keep following this but without the plastic mulch. So I hope you guys follow along with me. Also, just want to see something. This is a black manuka, and we have some grapes. Black manuka grapes, everybody. Wonderful tree. You can make dolma or wada or whatever you want to call it. Some people just say grape leaves. I don't know what you guys call it here in America, but we call it wada. This is the perfect leaf to do it with. Check that out. Wow. All right, everybody. I hope you really enjoyed this video as much as I did. I am sorry I've been gone for so long. Please give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to Herbal.Lyf.Styl if you haven't already. And also, don't forget to share this with one of your friends if you can imagine them wanting something this magnificent in their yard. I mean, it is just killer. I mean, who doesn't want a forest full of food and beautiful flowers and herbs and other things that you can be enjoying? So, hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is your boy Justin with Herbal.Lyf.Styl. Live your life free and keep on growing.